Yo, we got Dollar Will in the building. You get what I'm saying? Mr. 1804 himself, man. And right now, you tune in to Blame It on the Game. Your host, Cooking Up with Foe. And man, we got a nice guest in the building tonight, man. What you got going on, Will?
Man, nothing, man. Just cooling, man. Just enjoying this opportunity, man. And oops, let me get
Yep,
closer.
you good?
Just an honor to finally make it on your platform. You've been on mine, so I feel like it's some good reciprocation right now.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, it was only a matter of time. We go ahead, link it up and chop it up, man. I see you be active though, man. You be real active. How many episodes you in now?
Man, 570.
Dang, that's crazy, man. That's consistency. That's work. People think this thing is easy, man. People
No.
think this is like, you just swallow and spit and just
Yeah.
having a good time. But no, it's some work that be going on behind the scenes, man. Start off, man. Like, what's your inspirations to this? What made you want to pick up and start podcasting and interviewing people?
Man, to be honest with you, bro, it was just all about just everything that I exhibited. A lot of people who may not be familiar with me or whatever like that. I just had went through just a whole lot of pain, a lot of depression, and when I snapped out of it, I felt like I had to just help out with people and just by telling my story and just by giving other people just an opportunity to tell theirs because you just never know what's inside people's heads and definitely inside their hearts. So
Right, right.
if I could be like a representative of, we care, then I feel like I accomplished something.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. So how long it's been? How long you been up and active?
It would be 3 years on the 2nd of January.
Wow.
3 years.
570 in 3 years. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Man, that's work though, man. I do want to congratulate you on that for real, man. Being consistent for this amount of time, and I know you had ups, I know you had downs, man.
Yeah.
So that's just part of the game, man. Now out of those 570 episodes, I know it's kind of hard to narrow down, but like, what's some of them episodes that kind of like resonated more to you? Like, what's your top 5 or top 10 interviews that you probably had like was highlighted that kind of marked your game, made a mark to your platform?
Um, well, number one, I would say Tupac's brother, Billy Garland Jr., man, he basically, broke his silence that year and just was really like getting in the record straight on Pac and their father and stuff like that. So just to, meet your favorite rappers bloodline, man, it don't get no greater than that. You know what I'm
Man, that's
saying?
crazy. That was a nice one too.
Yeah, so that was good, and just meeting Urban Mystic, South Star,
Okay.
um, but really my main one was meeting Mr. Keith Beauchamp from the Injustice Files.
Okay.
He wrote and produced the movie Till, Emmett Till movie,
Okay.
and stuff. So just really like meeting him, man, because I used to watch the show when I was in Detroit. I was homeless, broke, and everything like that. But you know how you could just have something that just keep you going and stuff, motivate you and stuff.
Right.
So it was just his show because he did a whole lot of civil rights cold cases and
Okay.
stuff like that. So it was nothing like that on TV.
That's big, man. That's big for real. And we need that history. And
Yeah.
that kind of segue into I wanted to let the people know, like, where did you get the name 1804 show from?
Oh man, it's funny because like they see the tattoo of our arm at work a lot, so they be kind of like, so what does that mean? And I tell them like it's my liberation, because
Okay.
I was just really inspired by the Haitian Revolution, how they was end up get their independence. Because you know, like majority of rebellions, it was just the men, but they used everybody,
Right.
and they lacked the military experience, but they just had the unity. They just had the purpose to be free and be away from the being colonized and stuff like that. So that was just like the most successful colonize, not being colonized colony and stuff. So I just use that as a way of my battle cry, my strength, my confidence, my determination to really just break the barrier that a lot of us are plagued with.
Yeah, your independence.
Yeah.
So that's deep, man. That's deep for real though. Like we need to know this type of history, and that's what makes your platform so unique in itself. You dive into the history and the why.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't just talk about the surface level things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You always balance it out into the history of the why of where you at right now in present day. So I want to commend you on that as well for being one of our teachers.
Thank you,
You
man.
know,
Thank you.
for real. You know, so like, what is something that like being in the game, your hardships, like what is something that you uh, encountered and now you overcoming, being an entrepreneur, being a teacher, having a platform? What are some of those hardships that you struggle with coming up?
You know what's crazy is that I never thought that it was going to be like huge. Like I knew that I just wanted to do a show. I just wanted to just express myself and just to talk. But I had no idea that it was going to just reach this monumental thing. Because
Right.
a lot of people don't know. Like I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying? I have a manager now. Shout out to Rashika.
That's what's up.
Love you, girl. But but yeah, she just had came to the team. But I was doing everything by myself, still working a full-time job and still, you know what I'm saying, doing what I do. But I feel like it was just a mission. Like, because when you doing something positive, when you do something that make you feel good and it keep you away from your thoughts, the bad things and stuff like that, it don't become work. It becomes just like a birthright to give to people and to show people how dedicated and how focused you are, because it's easy to get distracted. It's easy to go astray.
For
And,
sure.
and it's just easy to, you know what I'm saying, allow others who's on the outside looking in to big your head up. And then you lose sight of what made you start in the first place. So I just always kept this humble spirit inside me, is that, oh, yeah, I did all this stuff, but I'm not done yet. I still have more to do. There's
sure.
still people that I need to touch. There's still people that I need to interview and stuff like that. That's how I operate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, cause what you basically saying, it sounds like it's a form of therapy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
one thing about me, I've been in the music and the production game for a while, and it's a sense of therapy to me. Like I give service to others, and I want to help others, execute their dreams.
Yeah.
And that's part of my dream is to help others. So it's kind of therapeutic when I get an artist or a talent that have just an idea, and then I can like help bring that idea to reality, and that's a form of therapy for me. And it sounds like, far as when you interviewing these people, um, that's kind of like what it is for you as well,
Yeah.
talking it out, seeing different perspectives and understanding people, because that's what it boils down to, having that conversation, having a dialogue of um, communication with amongst each other, because that's how you solve issues. What we talk about today might can help someone down the line or today,
Yeah.
So I really commend you on your platform though, because you're showing consistency, you're showing resilience. You got your ups, you got your downs, but through it all, you pushing through,
Yeah.
and that's a story in itself. So um, what is something that like I know on a business side of things of the podcast, like what how could we be better businessmen in the field that gives us the therapy that we into? Like how could we be better businessmen?
I would say just by not lowering your expectations,
Okay.
because we have this problem that we try to make everybody happy. We trying to please everybody, but yet, you have this empty refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
you got eviction notices and shut
Right.
off notices. So
Right.
you always got to make sure that you know your worth, because a person who don't know their worth is a person who's going to perish. And you just have to know what you want. You have to name your price, and there's nothing wrong with naming your price, because, you know, the people like Jordan, people like Gucci and Prada and all these other people who are successful corporations and stuff like that, they're not lowering their prices, and people is going to buy what they want and what they feel like they can resonate with. So,
Right.
and that's what it's about. And also just using your time management.
Yes, time management is everything. I tell people all the time I value time over money any day,
Yeah.
because I can find time to make some more money, but I can't. Once that time is wasted, it's like I can't go back and get that time back. So I value time over money for sure. I'm a calendar type guy, so when we in this game, when we in this field that we in, I very much value the time, because I could be doing everything else. You get what I'm saying? So,
Facts.
uh, but I appreciate the ones that is like you came here punctual. I'm here punctual. Like
Yeah.
that's professionalism, and that says a lot about a person' character as well. But I got a question. I always ask this question, especially to our leaders and our teachers and people that's in the eye of people. What's some advice that you would give your younger self? Like, um, because the youth be watching us.
Yeah.
They have different perspectives on older people or whatever the case may be. So, what would you give advice to your younger self?
Oh man, my younger self, I would say take full advantage of the opportunities that you are presented with. Some things is okay to not do, like peer pressure and stuff like that, because we like to be liked when we're young. We want to be with the in crowd, the cool kids, and this and that. Like, at the end of the day, if a person is bringing you out of your character, they're not your friend. But a person bringing you out your comfort zone is your friend.
That's a fact.
And me being the age that I am now, I realized, man, I ain't know nothing. I was a kid, bro, and
Trying to figure it out.
yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
and tragedy is the greatest attention that you ever get. Like, that will really get gang and get your attention, because we just act like that we have so much time to do things and get stuff done. And I don't really be having a social life nowadays, because all that's dead. I feel like, what I'm saying, I'm not celebrating failure. Like, I'm not reached my pinnacle yet. So I want to work now, and then when I'm 40, you know what I'm saying, when I'm there and stuff like that, then I can do all that. I can turn up. But right now, this is grind mode, man. I ain't going anywhere unless it's business. You know what I'm saying? You
Right,
gotta
right,
gotta have that mindset that, oh, I ain't going anywhere unless I'm getting paid for my appearance, or I'm getting paid for my product, or I'm getting paid to do something.
right.
And that's what it's about, because they all do it.
See, I'm the same way, and I've been learning along my journey. Like I gotta have balance, though. You
Yeah,
know, you have to have, cause I've been in the studio for 10 plus years, 15 years, half my life. You know,
yeah,
I've been in the studio.
yeah,
You know, putting in work, putting in work. But then when I look back at it, it's like what life I had outside of that. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
What memories was I creating outside of that?
yeah,
Where my real life experience. So you have to like balance out creating memories and being effective on your career as well. You
yeah,
get what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
cause I was just so serious. I was just always so serious. I'm always like all about my business, and then I learned like, dang, I'm snatching the fun out of my life. You get what I'm saying? Cause we only live once,
yeah,
you know. But you do have to have discipline. That I ain't saying I don't go out much, like at all, like honestly. But I find other ways to uh, fulfill that fun in my life. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Whether it's going out to eat or going here, going outside the norm. I go to a museum and be cool, like, or go like to other different places and just be cool. It ain't always the night scene,
no,
but it's creating the memories, man, because we can't get this time back, you know. So that's something that I would have told my younger self, like my 15-year-old self. It's like, don't be so hard on yourself, you know. Don't be so hard on yourself. Have your fun, but create the balance in your life to have a effective life, you know, versus because I spent a lot of time, bro, like just in my head, a lot of it, like a lot of time, bro. And it's just like when I look back at it, it's like I could have used that time more effectively by either creating more memories or just going out there and meeting people. You know, it ain't even all about the bag sometimes, you know, because I was in this mindset, sure, they ain't paying me, I ain't coming. Or if I ain't benefiting in some type of way, I ain't coming. But a lot of people don't see your value until you show them the value.
absolutely.
So it's like, okay, I probably do need to come over here and mingle with this crowd, network, so they can see what I can provide, you know. But me being in my head, not like understanding the full spectrum of things, it's like I wasted a lot of my time just being in this reality in my head, and I could have been making more, I could have been building, you know, because it's a difference between uh, building and chasing after it. You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying? Like us being tunnel vision, we got our goal, so we chasing after our goal. You get what I'm saying? But it's a difference between chasing that goal and building to that goal. And I feel like the last probably like I said, about 10 years, I was chasing the goal. Of course, I was picking up skills. I was picking up experience. I was picking up different things. I ain't saying it's all bad, but when I look at it, I feel like I needed more balance in my life.
yeah,
You know.
absolutely. And I'm learning that too, because a lot of people don't know I'm a big wrestling fan, man. So
Okay.
that's like my inner child speaking. But
Right.
I don't know. It's just somebody else, they may be like, oh, they just wrestling and stuff like that. Like, what's the point of all this? But it's just the fact, like somebody like the Undertaker, right? Who's the GOAT? You know, so that's my GOAT of wrestling.
Okay.
But just the fact, like this man was able to make a character last from the time we was like little babies and to the point that we grown. And he's still on TV. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But it's just like from the origin, from character development and everything like that. Cause I just be so fascinated with stuff like that and just how they was able to just,
Right.
get injured and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't understand what it's like to be injured or have a particular injury. Cause I had a broken neck 3 times. I've been concussed 3 times and stuff
Dang.
like that. And yeah, I'm no by the grace
You
of God.
shake back. For real.
But it's just the fact, like, people don't understand, like, the sacrifices that these people make, these athletes. Because I call wrestlers athletes, man.
Oh yeah, they definitely an
You know?
athlete.
But it's just, they put everything that they're going through to the side to entertain us. And I just want people to know, just with me or whatever, I don't be trying to entertain anybody. If anything, I try to educate, motivate, and inspire. You know what I'm saying? Because I have been down, and I'm just a product of you can be down, but you won't be out. And I refuse to go out. And if I go out, I'm going out in a blaze. You know what I'm saying? So,
For sure.
but yeah, bro, it's just that's what it's about.
So, far as our community, I always ask this question as well. Like, what is something that we need to improve on in our community as entrepreneurs, leaders, creators, just within our industry, within our community? What you think some of the things that we need to improve in?
Ooh, man. First, accountability.
Ooh, my favorite word.
Because we are a product of our environments. And a lot of the stuff that happens here, it ain't no secret. Most of it be politics and most of it be jealousy, envy, and stuff like that. People hate to see somebody else, you know what I'm saying, coming up and I never really been like that. If anything, I always wanted to be about the community. I really started the 1804 show for Saginaw, you know what I'm saying? And then once Saginaw really stopped supporting and stopped coming around and stuff like that, I needed to go out of town, in which I still be in the community because, shoot, I still show love to everybody, you know what I'm saying? But you can't force no one to love you, you know what I'm saying, or
That's a
understand
fact.
you. But at the end of the day, you have to respect the person that's really trying to bring people together because the Justice League was a group of superheroes meeting under one roof. You know what I'm saying? They all had their powers. Some had their movies already, their own TV shows and stuff like that. And I mean that in a metaphoric standpoint. But what I'm saying is that they all came together at the end of the episode and sat together and stuff. And we have to be like that. And it just be just a lot of hate, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people be spreading lies and spreading propaganda and stuff. And a lot of people who hate me, they ain't never met me, you know what I'm saying? And they only go by what you post on your social media, your
Right.
stories and stuff like that. Like, how come, you know what I'm saying, you feel the way that you feel without coming to the source? I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna pretend to be something that I'm not. Like, what you see is what you get. But I'm
Right.
real. I'm genuine. I'm authentic. I'm not perfect, but I mean, shoot, who is out here?
That's a fact.
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
But yeah, we just need to get the accountability right. We have to understand that nobody's bigger than the city. You know what I'm saying? Because the city is a foundation. That's like a rose trying to outbeat the dozens of roses. That's why they call it dozen roses, because one rose, man, if you give your girl one rose, man, that girl gonna look at you crazy like, what the other 11 at? You don't love me that much, you know? So we have to understand that when one come up, we all come up,
That's a
and
fact.
try to bring as many people along with you. Cause I always show love, man. I always sharing. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't agree with it, I share. You know what I'm saying? I bought black. You know, I'm wearing somebody black right now. Shout out to my homie Jimmy Strickland and all that. But
Shout out to bro. Yeah.
but it's just all about, our monies and stuff like that, because that's how we going to prosper. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody talk about Black Wall Street, you know what I'm saying? But it was several Black Wall Streets all across the country. It was 64 of them.
For sure. For sure.
But they only mention that one because of the fact that it's popularized. But I'm here to tell you that it's all about where we spend our dollars. It's all about, what we teaching our kids at home. It's all about what we teaching ourselves. Because the kids ain't gonna listen to us if we don't lead by example.
Man, that's a fact, man. So you basically saying this, we need to have more accountability amongst each other, and we need to unify, and we got to be better teachers within our household so it can reflect inside our community. Whatever we teaching in our households, it's going to reflect out here in the community. And so parenting is like at the top of the list. Whatever you teaching in your household, it's definitely reflecting out here, and that's why we see how things are playing out right now in our community as well. One of the reasons, and another reason, I feel like, sometimes it be this new technology we have.
Yeah.
Like if we don't, I feel like a lot more problems get caused on social media now, and it spill over into the reality of our community. And if you're not using this social media properly, which is as a tool to promote your voice, promote your business, promote positivity, or instead of just being consumed with entertainment, it's okay to be entertained here and there, whatever the case may be. But I feel like life is all about balance, and you gotta balance the two. Cause it be a lot of social media little issues that pop up, and now people feel some type of way when they see each other all over a post or a
Yeah.
story, or it just be weird to me because I feel like I'm a real human being. So it's like we can have a conversation, or you know what I'm saying, it can be whatever, but at the same time it was like, I don't know, like it might be just the small knit communities that it's like that. I don't know. I don't have the statistics to prove this point, but just going off experience, I feel like we got to stop being consumed by so much negativity.
Yeah, I agree.
You get what I'm saying? Because this is the reflection of the households now. So now it's just going to repeat itself in our community.
Yeah.
So how could we grow? How could we teach our kids the right thing when they can get on social media and learn something totally opposite of what we trying to teach them?
And cause me, everybody love to eat motherfuckers. That cuss word.
You good?
Yeah, like a lot of people shit on me because they like, oh, you ain't a father, you ain't got no kids, but yet you always have something to say. But I'm also an uncle. I'm also a godfather and stuff. So if anything, I raised my sister daughters, my nieces. I raised them and stuff. So it just everybody just think like, oh, you just had it good and you had it right. But no, like most of the pictures that a whole lot of people see when I post those throwback pictures, I took those pictures when they was first walking, when they was first crawling, and all this other stuff.
Right.
But it's just what makes me mad is that they make it seem like a black man can't have standards. Like, Cause remember I met a chick. She like, oh, I thought you had like 4 or 5 kids by now. And I'm like, damn, for real, you know. But it just I wanted to have a family, you know, and I always thought about just having my own family and stuff like that. But now it's just really difficult because it's like, you know, nowadays you walk into a relationship, you know, you have like a chick who got 3, 4 kids and their tubes tied and they think that you supposed to just like live happily ever after with that. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I mean it's just like when a man has no um, legacy of his own, he gonna have a problem with that because he be like, hey, wait a minute.
Right, right, right.
But it just be a whole lot of or you can't tell me this or you can't tell me that. Like I listen to young, I listen to old, and I listen to people that's in my peer group, you know what I'm saying? Because you just never know what information a person has that can provide you some type of just stability, because we need that, man. And it's just everybody just be trying to be Mr. or Mrs. Know-it-all, but they need to understand, like, I don't know everything.
We in that era ever
Yeah.
since Google came out.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Like ever since Google came out, we living in the era of Mr. and Mrs. Know It All.
Yeah.
You know, but experience is always the best teacher. That's the one that's gonna teach you the most and the most effective things. You get what I'm saying? So if you ain't out here living and you just out here just looking up stuff, I mean, you can't. I mean, I'm gonna take what you have to say with a grain of salt. Like I ain't gonna cut it off, but I got a crazy filter system, so I can filter out a lot of different things, you know. But I don't have kids myself, but like you said, like I'm an uncle, you know. I done seen the mistakes, I done seen the goods, I seen the bads, I done observed different things, and us as men, I'm only speaking to my men right now. Us as men, we have to choose wisely.
Yeah.
You
we
get
do.
what I'm saying? We have to we have to be, we gotta like you said, the accountability.
Yeah.
We gotta hold ourselves to a better standard of who we choosing to operate in our life, you know. And I know things happen. We just ain't got it all figured out, and we was young once before, and things happen. But it's all about maturing and taking on the responsibilities that you do have and making the best out of them. You know, like I said, like I don't judge people and how they raise their kids, but I do want to hold them accountable because they living in our community. So if you is teaching them wrong, it's bleeding out into our community. So I do have the right to say something. I do have the right to say like how people raise their kids because they living amongst my nieces and nephews and my future kids. So yes, I will say something, you know. But I'm not judging you. I'm just letting you. I'm just trying to put it in perspective that it's bigger than just your household. You know, it's way bigger than just your household because they go to school, they get out here in the community, and the things that you teach them, they are either being influenced by other kids or they the ones are influencing the other kids. So it start with the household
Yeah. It also starts from within
for
because
sure.
when you know who you are, because I just advise everybody who's black to look up your family history. Look it up, look up your family tree.
Sure.
Because, man, me and my cousin, we've been doing our own independent research because nobody in the family really told us where we came from like that. So,
Right.
man, just the fact, like,
I just did my ancestry. I ain't do the DNA one, but
yeah, don't do that.
I did the tree and stuff. So I'm back. We back to almost the 1700s now.
Yeah.
of seeing where my family came from on both sides of the family. And your tree spread out so much. Like once you
Yeah.
start doing it, it's like, okay, my mom, my dad, then they had moms and dads, and then they had moms and dads, and it's just like it just starts spreading. Now you like, dang, how we wail over here now, and how we wail over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is very important because in my family we was entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You know, my family tree. I come from a family tree of entrepreneurs for real, like owners and got land and different things like that. Like they were entrepreneurs. They, even in the worst times, they figured out um, how to maneuver in those worst times and still made out okay. You know, so I feel like when I looked into my tree, that kind of like just confirmed things for me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, okay, so this just in me to be like this. You know what I mean? Like it's just in me to be this way, and it kind of make you wanna accept things a little bit better. It's like, okay, I can take on a challenge.
Yeah.
I can take on this. I'm built for it, you know. But on the opposite end, there's probably things in the family, probably something that someone else found out in their family or whatever that they didn't like. So that gives them the resistance. That gives them wanting to be better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you get this version of them to break those curses, to break those different things. So learning about your family history is 100% correct, man.
You know, the craziest part was I never met my grandfather, my mom's dad. I never met him, but it was crazy because I started cooking at my job like 2016 or whatever,
Okay.
and the shit was just like natural, man. And I was just like cutting potatoes and vegetables and stuff like that like a pro, and actually like cooking, even though like it was just like time and stuff like that, you know,
Right.
preparation and stuff like that. But I didn't know that my grandfather was a cook in World War II in Germany. I had no idea. And I was just like, okay, it makes sense now. I can cook like this or I can do certain things. But yeah, your elders, man, they live within you, like whether we know it or not. And everybody, you know what I'm saying, entitled to what they believe,
For sure.
but our ancestors everlasting. You know what I'm saying? And I hate
Sure.
when people talk about I'm not my ancestors and stuff like that. Like we wasn't weak. Like all of us didn't just
Spirits never die.
no.
They only get transferred.
Exactly.
Just like energy.
Exactly. And while they was in physical form, like they all didn't just like bow down and allow people to hurt them and to kill them and stuff like that. A lot of wars that they don't put in the history books about the Gullah Wars and stuff like that. Like that was the reason of why they emancipated us, because we was winning. There were no North versus the South. It was us versus the North and the South. That's what they don't tell people. But I'm here to tell you that we come from greatness, and whether you know it or not, like it's your responsibility to unlock your birthright. It's your responsibility to unlock your courage, your heart,
Your strength.
the warrior shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I'm so confident. And people call my confidence arrogance. I never had this before until recently, man. Because for a man to create something, you know, for us to create what we created just with our heads, because it starts in your head first.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I'm
all
saying?
the idea first.
And it was funny because when I started the 1804 show, it took me one day to do it because I isolated myself. I was at work and I isolated myself from everybody and like get out my face. I'm making a plan. I'm thinking of my vision here. And they were like, man, what is he talking about? And then when I had the first episode, they clowned me, they laughed and this and that. But I kept coming back. I kept you know what I'm saying, being resilient and stuff like that. Because this is what I want. And you got to know what you want. You got to know that if they laugh, then I'm going to keep coming back. If they slander me, I'm going to keep coming back. If they don't show up, I'm going to improvise and do a show by myself. Like, you don't
sure.
always need people to prove a point and make a statement, man. Because it starts within you.
That's
Because
a fact.
that same idea that came into your head or that plan that came into your mind is beautiful when you walk it. You know what I'm saying? You got to walk it like you marching with Dr. King. And that's how I feel. You know?
For real though. For real
That's
though,
how I
man.
feel.
Yeah, man. I'm glad that we had this sit down, man. For real. I know we can go all day because
Yeah.
it's a lot of teachings that I feel like our community do need. You get what I'm saying? Or just seeds that needs to be planted, man. Now where people can find you and what do you got coming up?
Oh, man. You can find me on Facebook. My name, William Brown. You can find me on Instagram, Real Dollar Wheel, Twitter, 1804 Show. And what I got coming up is I'm about to transition to chapter 3 of the show.
Okay.
New look, new guests, about to do true crime, about to do teens.
Okay.
Pretty much same history and stuff like that. But it's coming, man. Everything finna be on the up and up.
Man, that's good to hear, man. You hearing you talking about I'm on chapter 3. He had 570 already, like rebranding. He got mixtapes out for sure too.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Apocalypto, Christmas Day. Make sure y'all go stream that.
Okay. You see, he multitasking now.
Yeah,
Man, make sure y'all go and check out Dollar Will on all them socials, man. Go tap into his YouTube and his socials. And check out them episodes, man. It take you probably a couple of days ago. You know, just put him on shuffle. You know, put him on shuffle. But I'm glad that you came through, man.
Thank you, man.
For sure,
Was
bro.
was a pleasure.
Yes, sir. And we out of here.